to 8 show with me, Mira here, sitting in for Kash Kumar. Luckily, actually, because joining me live now in the studios, it is Nitin Mukesh ji. Hello, how are you?
Good evening. How are you, Mira? It's
Very
such a great
well,
thrill to be
thank
here.
you. It's an absolute pleasure having you. And of course, you are here because you have a show tomorrow evening in Leicester, I believe.
Yes, at the De Montfort Hall tomorrow, that's Saturday the 5th of November at 7:30 p.m. Don't be late.
Brilliant. And first of all, tell me, what can the audiences expect from your show tomorrow?
Tomorrow I have a mixed bag. A lot of emotions, a lot of nostalgia, walking down memory lane. But yes, along with that, enjoying ourselves too. Because tomorrow we don't commemorate, we celebrate the legend that my beloved father was. 40 years after he has left us, he's still alive in the hearts of people because of good people like you, because of Sabras Radio, and because of so many music lovers who keep him alive.
So it is a celebration of music tomorrow evening.
Absolutely.
And just speaking of your father there, of course, if you can maybe talk me through perhaps what your relationship was like with him, because of course you do have a special bond of music.
Oh yes, we were like any normal father and son. He believed in bringing me up the traditional, disciplined way, although he was very indulgent of all his children, of all my siblings. But with me being the elder son, he treated me like the elder son is normally treated, with a lot of responsibilities, and so he brought me up in a very disciplined and strict manner, but he recognized in me the artist that I was going to be. So he nurtured me from a very tender age. From the age of 5 I started visiting the recording studios with him, and from the age of 9 I started going with him to his concerts till the very last concert.
Oh wow, and that's such a young age. I mean, did you always know that you wanted to enter the music industry?
I always knew that there was a singer in me because I idolized him, I worshipped him, not just because he was my dad, but I just love his voice. And even as a child, the only voice I could really think of and look up to was Papa's, till I started growing older, till he educated me to listen to and respect all other artists besides him. So would you believe it? He on stage would encourage me to sing Kishore Das songs, Muhammad Rafi Sahab's songs, and in fact on many an occasion he would tell me that why don't you sing this song of Kishore Das, this song of Rafi Sahab, it's the current favorite, it's the current hot favorite. And I would wonder that the man who's belting out a favorite every week himself is such a large-hearted person, so magnanimous to tell his son to sing another artist's songs. But then that was him. I learned this trait of humility and respect for the art from him.
And did he have any particular favourite songs?
Did I have any of his favorites of his songs? Or
yeah, both wise. I mean, what were his favourite songs, and do you have any favourite songs?
He loved his songs right from the beginning. He loved his first song, Dil Jalta Hai To Jalne De, which is today 75 years old.
Wow.
And I get to sing it in every concert, only on demand. And of course he loved his songs from Mera Naam Joker, but he sang Chalri Sajni like God. He sang Ye Mera Deewana like God. He sang every song like God.
And are there any particular songs that are very close to your heart?
All of these. The same.
Yes.
The same, yes. I love all of them. I particularly am very fond of Jeena Yahan Marna Yahan, Iske Siva Jana Ka.
And I'm sure you've performed all over the world, but how do the UK audiences compare? What's it like performing here?
You know, they are similar and different because the UK audiences I'm going to be meeting after almost close to 2 decades, and they are also in a time capsule as far as music is concerned. There are many singers that have come and very talented ones at that, but they are somehow living in a time capsule of yesteryears. You know, you would have you would have heard of Mukesh's songs because of your dad or your granddad. So that's how it went. You know, people who left India decades ago but lived with that music. Music is a great, great bridge between cultures, between worlds, countries, religions. So I believe that although the reception is the same, people away from India miss Indian music so much that their love is the same. But I'm expecting something quite different from UK because here they are so emotional, they're so overwhelmingly affectionate, and I can't wait for tomorrow.
Oh, lovely. And also another question, I mean, how do you think the music industry has changed? Like, what is it like today compared to when your father was in the music industry?
The technical advancement means a lot. Singing, for instance, playback singing has become much easier than it used to be. If you falter in a note, it can be auto-tuned.
Yes.
In my times, or in my father's beloved father's times, you only had one chance. You had better be good. So that's how it was then. And then the usage of electronic musical instruments. I mean, you know, to get a sitar out of a keyboard or the flute playing out of a keyboard and all that can sometimes deter you, because there's nothing like listening to the flute from a flute and the sitar from a sitar, you know. But then that's it, people like it, and so that's what they get.
And do you have any advice for any aspiring musicians or singers looking to come into the industry?
There is no bigger advice than dedication. There is no option to dedication, and please do not mix your dedication, your hard work in commensuration with your success in terms of money or fame. It is, if you are blessed with an art, it is a gift of God. Okay? I feel very fortunate, and very few are blessed with that. Unfortunately, youngsters of today start believing that you are successful only if you made so much money, if you made so many top singles and hot selling singles and doubles and whatever you have. And then they start comparing success with stardom, how much money, how wealthy, how popular, how famous you are. But that doesn't make them a greater artist. They can be a small, humble player. Sometimes, in fact, in London itself, sometimes at the tube stations, I see some of the most fantastic young musicians playing, and I stop in the middle, I stop in my tracks and listen to them. It's not how much money they make, they are dedicated artists. So my advice is, please do not mistake. Your dedication comes first, because that's what you pay back to the Lord Almighty, who gave you an art, who gave you a skill. Do not think that the only way you're successful is by making lots of money. Just do your bit. It follows. Success will follow someday. And success is in your mind. I feel I'm successful, the other person may not find me successful at all, because he may compare me to yet another singer who's made more singles than me and more money than me. But ultimately, you have to be satisfied and happy with yourself, with what you do.
That really is some lovely advice there. And finally, before I let you go, do you have a message for all of your fans?
Just keep loving Mukesh the way you have been all these 40 years. It would have been impossible for 40 days to live without him. But it became so much easier because there was all of you. You were there to share my pain, you were there to share my joys, and people who hadn't even met him, who were born much later after he passed away, still listen to his music. They are the ones who have a right over Mukesh more than I have. I claim rights over him only because I am his son, but that's not fair. I always believe that the one who keeps him alive is the one who listens to him, who loves him, who respects him. So please, dear God, let it be that way with all of you, with all the wonderful listeners of Sabras. And I know I'm not going to be ungrateful about that. I do know that in tomorrow's concert there's a huge contribution of Sabras Radio to make people aware of our concerts in the UK. I must thank you for that. God bless
thank you for your time. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic concert tomorrow, and we could talk to you all evening, but sadly we've got to let you get on. But it's been lovely having you.
God bless you. I'm thrilled to be here. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your time. Well, there you had it. That was Mr. Nitin Mukesh himself. Of course, he will be live tomorrow evening at Montfort Hall. And actually, before I do let him go, could I ask a very kind favour? Would it be possible to just hear a few lines of something at all?
Of course. I was wondering why you hadn't asked already. मैं पल दो पल का शायर हूँ, पल दो पल मेरी कहानी है, पल दो पल मेरी हस्ती है, पल दो पल मेरी जवानी है, मैं पल दो पल का शायर हूँ.
Oh, that was lovely. That was an absolute treat on this Friday evening. Thank you so much for letting me get up.